So what does it mean and what are the effects? So let's look at the rib cage. So just to understand how it all works. So for the healthy child, when they breathe, right? So what do we have? We have the simultaneous expansion. Let me maybe change the color. What color am I going to use? The blue. Okay. We have the simultaneous expansion of the rib cage into width, height, and depth. And on the practical side, what do you observe? So that means that it's necessary to get the total expansion of the thorax so that the lungs would expand and bring the gas, the oxygen in. So what happens to the diaphragm? The diaphragm in that scenario, that's the main respiratory muscle, and it travels a big distance. See, the neutral position of the diaphragm is here, and as you breathe, it travels down. Now, as it travels down, when this expansion happens, then you get the pressure that goes all the way further into the abdomen, and then as a result, you get this effect that the pressure from the abdomen, from the diaphragm, distributes, and then it's a push that goes all the way through, and it reaches the pelvis. It gets into the development of all the abdominal muscles and so on. So that's how it works. And now, that's what we have to understand, that this expansion of the thorax is really the essential thing. So to get the big breath, you need to get the diaphragm going outwards. And what happens in this scenario? So there are different ways of doing it. So one thing is the push, and if the push is not strong enough, then there would be some pull from the side of the ribs. But when there is a pull from the perspective of the chest, it works more or less the same. You still get the air in, but from the perspective of the abdomen, it doesn't work so well, because that means that you don't have enough of the pressure going into the bottom, so it just pops in the middle, or in the more severe cases, it actually becomes like even suction.